Business coach Mart Pettit says that an attitude of gratitude means creating a conscious mindset and habit to be thankful and express appreciation for every aspect of your life, both big and small. Welcome to Tuesday Talks at 3. This is a platform for women to help one another in our daily journey as we go through the sphere of life. My name is Lucy Macridis. I am the founder of LMC Consultancy and an expert in helping women get unstuck and onto their full potential through unlocking their limiting beliefs. I am a clarity coach, a mentor, an online facilitator, and I want to thank you for being part of this series. I also want to thank you for showing up every Tuesday in 2021, because without you, I cannot have a successful series. This December, it's about gratitude, taking stock of the year and giving thanks. The episodes that we're going to go through will be all about building that gratitude muscle. And this is all through habits. I have borrowed this from business coach Mart Pettit. In my opening, I said that he says an attitude of gratitude means creating a conscious mindset and a habit to be thankful and express appreciation for every aspect of your life, both big and small. I'll be taking you through 4 episodes. Now, this Tuesday, we start with appreciation. Next Tuesday, we go into community as a tool for sustainable attitude of gratitude. And then after that, we go into being present to attitude. So important to be present to attitude. And then there's the setting, the intention to be grateful, and that is how we're going to finish off the year. It is my hope that this series will help you gracefully exit 2021 and welcome 2022 with attitude of gratitude and with practical tools. I will just check our stream, make sure that indeed we are live. And I'm just checking it right there. And as mentioned, we are borrowing from Mart Pettit, where he talks about the attitude of gratitude. And yes, we have been live for the last 3 minutes, and I want to thank you so much for being here with us. Welcome to this Tuesday Talks at 3. Well, I have found that the wheel of life has served me very well in setting up goals and pursuing them. This construct will guide our gratitude series this month. The 8 focus areas in my life are, in no particular order: family, spirituality, friends, fun, health, career, money, and love. And I encourage you, for the sake of this episode today and for the other 3 episodes coming in this series, to just take a moment and write down what you feel have been the 8 focus areas in your life this year. And this will set us up to gracefully exit 2021 and jump into 2022 more organized, more focused, so that we know the perspective that we are stepping in this new year with. So I will repeat that my areas of focus are in no particular order: family, spirituality, friends, fun, health, career, money, and love. What are yours? You want to be able to write them down. And if not all 8 of them, then take a moment here and now with me and close your eyes and try and recall 2 areas in your life that you have seen replaying in this year. Has it been spirituality that keeps on just coming back? Is it about the law of attraction? You thought about it, and it keeps on appearing in your life, in every aspect of your life. Think about it. Is it your health? In every aspect of your life, this kept on creeping up on you, kept on asking yourself questions. You kept on finding yourself in situations where health was what was being discussed. Perhaps, like was mentioned in one of our talks, health is wealth. Maybe that is what came across for you. Could it have been about love? Love in a relationship, love for self, love for life, for the sheer beauty of life. What is it that has been the recurrent thing in your life? Like I said, I've got 8 areas that I've been concentrating on this year. And I have found that they have served me well because I set goals according to these 8 focus areas in my life. And even if you were not aware of the focus areas in your life, you were not consciously aware of them, we are exiting 2021 gracefully so that we can jump into 2022 together. So do take that moment and write down at least 2 areas of focus that you have had a relationship with in the last 12 months. And that is what is going to set our construct on this gratitude series. As a life coach, I have had the honor of hosting the Tuesday Talks at 3 with amazing guests. Now, January was all about fulfillment. Amazing time this January. When I think about it and what it is that we did in January, as we considered Ikigai. Ikigai is loosely translated the reason for being. The reason for being, as per a Japanese concept called Ikigai, there's 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is about what you're good at. We are all good at something. That's the first quadrant. The second quadrant is about what you love doing. We all love doing something that we can even do for free. Think about it. That you can do for free and you do it every day. You don't need to be motivated by a payment, by a return in service. You just do it. That's the second quadrant. The third quadrant is what the world needs, and they all come together to be the reason for being. So what the world needs, what is a solution out there? There's a need for the world. What solution do you have in the things that you love doing, in the things that you're good at? As it comes together, you knowing what the world needs and being able to apply your talent or your gift to it, the fourth quadrant steps in. It's a quadrant of what can you get paid for? So again, January was about fulfillment, being grounded in Ikigai, the reason for being, the Japanese concept. Lucien Njoroge, Jane Kuvuna, Charity Githinji, and Waringa Kamau shared what they love doing, and they even get paid for it. They're good at it. They love doing it. They found that the world needed this thing that they're good at doing, and now they're getting paid for it. I appreciate these ladies for bringing out the message of being relevant to the world through your gift and your talent. I was made more aware at that time that my gift is in communication, my gift is in speaking out my voice, and that I should not keep this hidden. It's what I'm good at. It's what I love doing. I can do it for free. It's what the world needs. The world at this time especially needs to hear our stories, needs to have a platform where we are sharing these stories. And this is my gift. And now I'm getting paid for it. Ikigai, fulfillment, January. So what are you good at? Take a moment and think, what are you good at? Great to see you there, Nancy. Thank you for always showing up, Nancy. This session is all about appreciation, and I'm appreciating those who have shown up for me in Tuesday Talks at 3, and you have been one of them. Thank you so much. What are you good at? What are you doing about that thing that you're good at? Well, be grateful that you have it, and show your gratitude by sharing it with the world. Being grateful after the fact is a blessing. However, I'm encouraging you all to seek things to be grateful for, to seek them out, to seek them out. Let's not be in the reactive mode where something has happened and then we are showing our gratitude. That's a beautiful thing. However, I'm asking you to be proactive. Seek it out. Seek out those things that you believe you will be grateful for. And this is called active gratitude. I would love for you to exercise active gratitude. And you can start this afternoon. Just think about it. That one thing that you can do today as you leave this session, that you can seek, and you're seeking it, knowing that it's something you want to be able to appreciate and tell people that you were grateful for. Making gratitude a daily choice helps to build that muscle. And we all know that a habit is formed in 21 days. So what is it for you today? Write it down. Write it down so that you do not forget it and that you can action it immediately when we are done with our session here today. Today's session is all about appreciation. It's that first episode of the gratitude series, the December gratitude series. And today we are borrowing from business coach Mart Pettit, who says that an attitude of gratitude means creating a conscious mindset and habit to be thankful and to express this appreciation for every aspect of your life, both big and small. Maybe you're sitting there thinking, what is this big thing that I am grateful for? It could be something as simple as the air that we breathe. And today you are seeking things to be grateful for. You're going out and you're smelling the fresh air. You're breathing it in and out, and you're giving gratitude to God for creating this air free of charge. There are those in hospital today who are on oxygen masks, and they are unable to enjoy what you can enjoy for free. Active gratitude. Seek it out. Seek it out. And when you get it, claim it and say thank you. And then don't hide it, share it. So making gratitude a daily choice helps us to build that muscle. A few quotes. I had requested you to share with me a few quotes of gratitude, because when we read out these quotes, it brings us into the present to understand where we're coming from. So here's the first quote for this afternoon. To get happier, try gratitude, giving back, savoring, encouraging your optimism, and celebrating progress. So to get happier, try gratitude. Just try gratitude. However big or small, all this is a perception. That may be big for you could be small for somebody else. That may be small for you could be big for somebody else. So let's try gratitude today, starting this afternoon. Giving back. What does giving back mean for you? Is giving back paying it forward? Is that what it is? Paying it forward would mean some good turn was done unto you, and now you are giving it forward to somebody else. Very effective if you're doing this for a stranger, because then you know there is a very minimal chance for you to get anything in return other than the sense of fulfillment that you experience. So giving back, reaching out, this is the time, this is the season. This is the season for giving. What are you going to give back? Savoring, like I was saying, savor that oxygen. There is a saying about smelling the coffee or smelling the roses. Because of the nature of our lives, we are darting to and fro. We are rushing from one appointment to the other. We are working from one project to the other, one thought to the other, one social media action to the other. We're not lifting our heads up to be present to the world here and now. Our noses are stuck in social media. So much to learn in social media. But are we savoring life for what it is, the present? The sun is shining, you want to go out there for the vitamin D. It is raining, you want to go and experience the rain on your skin. It is muddy out there, you perhaps want to go and savor the feeling of mud, I beg your pardon, coming through your toes and just squishing your toes. Encouraging your optimism and celebrating progress. In every situation, you want to be able to think positively despite the odds. It is doable. And celebrating progress, no matter how small. So that's the first quote. The second quote is, Display a life full of gratitude and remember to give thanks each day. I cannot say this enough times. Display it. When people see you, how do they describe you? That grateful individual. Why? Because in your actions, you are always grateful. Despite the odds, because life happens and life is unfair. Or whatever happens to you, you seem to be able to display a life full of gratitude for the good and for the bad. And remember to give thanks each day. You can choose to start off by giving thanks first thing in the morning for just waking up to this day. There are those who never made it to the day. Or giving thanks at the end of the day for making it through the day. Or you could go a step further and purpose to give thanks at every moment that happens in your life. And say just under your breath, you'll be amazed how many things you can give thanks to. Great to see you there, Zippy. Thank you for joining us. Today we are talking about appreciation. This is the December series of gratitude. We are trying to cultivate an attitude of gratitude in everything that we do. And now we are talking about quotes of gratitude. And if you've got any quotes, please send them over to me and I will share next Tuesday. The third quote of this afternoon is spending time in nature, feeling connected with the world. This often elicits gratitude. Like I mentioned, squishing your toes in that mud or just running barefoot on the stones. You have this feeling of being connected with nature, being connected to the world, feeling the sun on your skin, feeling the raindrops on your skin. Beautiful moments for you spending time in nature. Maybe you want to start farming and you've got your green fingers on and you're there planting and watching the progress and you can see the plants growing up to harvest time. That connection, it elicits gratitude because there's a process here. This process has got nothing to do with you. You planted the seed, you've nurtured with water. Now the sunshine comes in or the rain comes in or the nutrients in the soil come in. And as you watch this plant growing, it elicits gratitude. Take a moment and savor it. It's so good to see you all joining us here today. If you've got any comments about appreciation and gratitude, any experience that you have had, please just drop us here a line and I'll be able to sample it live. Well, that was January. Now, February was all about self-love. There was self-love, there was loss, and there was grief. You see, to feel loss and grief, you will have had to love first, because it is in that separation from love that loss and grief step in. Whether it is a loved one that you have lost, whether it is a job that you have lost, whether it is a belief or a possession that you have lost, when it is gone, you will experience loss and grief. So for a moment, let's consider a possession, something that you own, whether you bought it, whether it was inherited, whether there's a sentimental value to it. You have it in your possession, and this is your prized possession, something that you hold on to. It could be an award that you won. It could be something that was passed down from generation to generation. Doesn't mean anything to anybody else. It has value for you. But one day, something happens beyond your control and you lose this possession. Whether it is stolen, whether it was destroyed, whether there was a fire, whatever it is, you lose it. Imagine the love and the value that you had placed on this possession. You experience loss. You experience grief that nobody else will be able to understand. Because you had attached a value to this possession. You need to have loved first to feel loss and grief. Perhaps it was a belief that you had. Perhaps in your family, There's a belief that you have your values, your principles, your morals. And then one day, it comes to your attention that all you believed on was built on sand, a foundation of sand. And it's all gone in one day. All the trust that you felt, all the ownership that you felt, the identity that you felt disappears. This is how you had identified yourself, by this belief. You feel violated because the one thing that you identified yourself with, that you stepped out into the world confidently saying that this is who I am, has been taken away from you. That belief is no longer there. You will experience loss and grief. Could be a job where you have poured your entire self into, your commitment, your dedication. It was your reason for being. It's what you did. It's where you applied all your talent and your gifts. You were helping people. You had a sense of fulfillment, and one day it was gone. Whether you resigned, you were fired, whether it was a company that closed down, whatever it is, there's a separation. There's a sense of loss and grief, and many a time we don't recognize it as such. And we don't take stock of that. And we move on to the next job carrying this burden. We need to have a conversation with ourselves and get somebody else in, a counselor or a life coach, to have this conversation with you. Because the loss of a job can be really profound, and it can affect your production. It can affect your deliverables in the next job if you do not get closure. I know, I lived it. Believe me. It could be a loved one, and loved one could be about yourself or somebody else. When I talk about yourself, the person that you believed that you were has gone, has left the room for whatever reason. The person that you woke up to be every day, the person that you perceived you should be, the person that you lived is now gone. You've taken a new turn in life, for better or for worse. You loved that individual and now they're gone. They could be gone because of a trauma. They could be gone because of some addiction. They could be gone because of a violation. Your innocence has been taken away from you. You will grieve the loss of that person. This is something that we all have to consider and seek help. It could be the loss of a loved one because you have invested so much in it. And in most cases, you have received love from that individual who has now left you, and there's this separation, there's this gap. We all experience loss and grief, but the degree to which we experience it is equivalent to the degree with which we loved. If you loved deeply, you will experience loss and grief deeply. Roseanne Katunge, Sipi Chada, Grace Nderitu, I thank you for making us aware of ourselves and of others in February this year. I thank you for bringing home the message of love here and now for ourselves, to love ourselves and to love others. I thank you for encouraging us to celebrate and to let go with dignity and respect. I thank you. Choose to lead with happiness and positivity in every situation that you get into. Lead with it. Let that be your first thought. Happiness. Life is hard as it is, but you have a choice. So take the choice to lead in every situation with happiness and positivity until proven wrong. Choose to trust and have hope with every encounter, despite the odds. There's always a silver lining. Look for it. The choice is yours. Attract the positive vibes. Be that magnet. There could be somebody in the room who was just waiting for you to walk in with your positivity because they were and they are drowning. They are going through depression. Now you walking in with your pessimism, you walking in with your dreary, dark looks, you walking in with your negativity and your distrust only makes your brother or your sister sink deeper. Be the one with the positive vibes. Choose. It is not easy. But when you choose and you form it into a habit of appreciation and gratitude, this becomes you. This becomes the person that you are as you choose happiness. This will make you appreciate the things better in life. And as you do, the value increases. So whatever situation it is that you're walking into, if you're walking into a Zoom session like this one, walk in with happiness and positivity. Walk in with trust and hope to encounter all these odds that are against us. Jackie, it's good to see you. Karibu sana. You want to attract positive vibes in life because bad things will happen and you have no control over that. You only have control over your feelings and how you act to things, you react to things. Choose happiness. Let the value of things increase in your life. Let the value of family increase, the value of your career, the value of your health, of your money, the value of love, of fun, of spirituality. Those are my 8 areas of focus. And I have chosen to have the value increase. And this is working very well for me. This was February. And February was all about the self-love, the loss, and the grief. So if you can just consider that the degree to which you grieve, you feel loss and separation is equal to the degree that you have loved. So do not be afraid to love. Love fiercely. You will grieve equally, but you will have a better appreciation. And this value will increase over time. You will be able to let go with dignity and respect. I know because I am living it and I have lived it. The second set of quotes, gratitude is closely related to worship. It voices our joy and it also creates joy. Isn't this beautiful? Gratitude is closely related to worship. It's like a sanctity. It is something that is so beautiful to be enjoyed if we allow ourselves to enjoy. When we start to express gratitude, it brings out the joy that we have of an appreciation from within us. And as it comes from within, from a beautiful place, we can only be pouring more joy out there. Doesn't the world need joy? And isn't it beautiful if you are the one who's bringing out this joy? As I'm reading out these quotes, please feel free to share quotes with me that I can share here on this platform. If maybe you cannot think of them right now, remember to drop me a few quotes that I can share next Tuesday as we talk about community, a sustainable way for gratitude. The second quote is, gratitude is appreciation for every moment in your life. It is a feeling of abundance. Isn't that beautiful? It is a feeling of abundance. Abundance is that thing that is so filling. It is overflowing. It is brimming. Just imagine this froth running out from a cup. Or maybe you're washing clothes in a basin and you've put soap in there and there's all these suds coming out. It is a feeling of abundance. It is full and now it is overflowing every moment of our lives. We are meant to enjoy our lives. Things will happen. We have a choice. We appreciate the moment that we are in and quickly we jump into optimism and look at the silver lining. We want to be the one who creates the joy. In those dark times, we want to be the one who's lifting the other person from darkness. We can only do this if we appreciate, if we have gratitude for every moment in our lives. The third quote, I turned my attention to gratitude and discovered that the more I cultivated a sense of appreciation for all that I had, the happier and less fearful I was. We bring in an aspect of fear. All of us have fear of the unknown specifically. We know our comfort zones. That's a place that we can go in and do things with our eyes closed. But the minute that we have to transcend to the next level, we are fearful. However, if we take a moment and be grateful for the moments that we have had, every moment of our lives, when we take the next step, we are less fearful because we know where we have come from. We are happier. So I encourage you to turn your attention to gratitude. I encourage you to cultivate a sense of appreciation for all that you have, small or big. Now that was for that month of February. In March, we looked at tech and life. That was our March theme. And we've got all these recordings on my YouTube page. You just need to go onto their LMC consultancy and you will be able to follow the months as I share them in this month of December. For this episode of appreciation, I am taking us from January to March, and next week I will take us for the next 3 months. However, with tech and life, that March theme opened our eyes to so many possibilities. You see, the pandemic had offered us an opportunity to step into the digital world and create our own space. If we look at how we are more comfortable in our comfort spaces, we are fearful for that we do not know. And the digital space was that. It only represented that we didn't know, and hence we were fearful. It was for other people, not for us. Perhaps that is only me thinking that way. But Joanne Mbesia, Charity Givinji, Jackie Mwangi, and Angela Njehia, I want to thank these 4 ladies for, in the month of March, they demystified the analog and digital world, at least for me. They helped me to understand the beautiful digital world and how much it can be inculcated into my daily life. Joanne Bessia talked about artificial intelligence and the things that we are looking at in the future that can only improve our lives, make our lives easier and more convenient. She then brought it to the present with things that are already happening in our lives that are artificial intelligence driven, things that I was not even aware of. She connected it to the sci-fi movies that I watch, and I realized this happens every day in my life. She then brought it to my hand where I have my M-Pesa, which here in Kenya is something that we all have. The future is an artificial intelligence. When we have chatbots, we have the system talking to us on the phone when you're asked to press 1, press 2, so that you can move to the next service. Joanne Bessia, you brought this to my table, explaining to me that the future of education lies in artificial intelligence, that our children, our grandchildren think in this way, and we need to encourage it. Thank you, Joanne. Charity Givinji brought in the world of Forex trading, talking about tech. With the gadget in her hand, she's able to make money. She's able to be connected to an international community. She's able to see how the stocks are moving, how the Forex is moving, and she's able to make money. Amazing, Charity Givinji, that you opened up this world to me. Marietta Modhoka, karibu sana. Jackie Mwangi, you brought in my world. because I am in marketing and I am a life coach. And you showed me the importance of the different platforms and what they can do for me. I thank you, Jackie. Angela and Jay here, you brought in the aspect of sustainability. And next week, we're going to be talking about community, the tribe, the people around you, and sustainability. Angela, I congratulate you with Tiri and Jani turning 2 years old. Well done for bringing the message of sustainability to our tables. How we can be sustainable at home in everything that we do, in our places of work, in everything that we do, in our schools, in everything that we do. Sustainability just means that it is going to last for a lifetime. It is not a quick fix, and this is what we need in our economy right now. Thank you, ladies, for demystifying the analog and the digital world. I appreciate you for being the pace setters and role models. We need role models for those of us in the analog world. Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate you for sharing your personal journeys and putting a human face to the digital space. The digital space belonged to the younger generation as far as I was concerned. You opened up my mind. I appreciate you for showing us that we can and we must embrace the changing times. And digital world is here. This is our life. There's no turning back. Thank you, ladies. We need to weave our gratitude. So share your gratitude stories with others through conversations. Weave it into your conversations. What are you grateful for today? The next conversation that you have, weave in your gratitude. Start the movement of gratitude through your actions. Make sure it's in your game plan. Because once you weave this and you have a movement going, you will touch someone else's life and even change it. You may never know, but somebody is walking away knowing that their life will never be the same because you, Zipporah, you, Nancy, you, Jackie, you, Marietta, stepped in and made a difference in their lives by weaving your gratitude into your story. And now they have hope. Unfortunately, this is the time because of the pandemic where we have been forced to live closer with one another, forced to have difficult conversations about ourselves and with one another. We have been, in some cases, challenged, and the outcome has been suicide, depression. For those of us who have a light, a small light in our lives, we want to share it because you might just save somebody's life. They might be in that darkness, but having heard your story, Nancy, having heard your story, Marietta, having heard your story, Jackie, your story, Zipporah, somebody's life turns around. So what are you grateful for? Who do you want to say thank you to today? Somebody who doesn't even know that they did something good to you. You're paying it forward, but first you're coming back to say thank you. You owe it to yourself to do it today. Let's look at our last set of quotes as we come to the end of our session today. The first quote is, and you've all heard this one before, count your blessings. It is such a common expression that it has become a catchphrase, yet it contains powerful truth and meaning. Count your blessings. Name them one by one. We need to be grateful for what we have and also for what we do not have. We need to be grateful for what we have and also for what we do not have. There's a reason why we don't have it today or maybe never. Perhaps we have not been counting our blessings from the correct place. We are perhaps counting our blessings with a lot of attitude, arrogance, pride. We need to count our blessings from that point of powerful truth. I am grateful for the people in my life. I need to be grateful for the things in my life, for the instances in my life. I need to be grateful for the things I don't have because there's a lesson there to be learned. Let's look for the lesson and let's be grateful. Remember the active gratitude? Our second quote in this last session is, we should not measure success by bank accounts, but rather by moments filled with joy and gratitude. So you may have those bank accounts, but that is not your measure of success. Your measure of success should be about the moments filled with joy and gratitude, because I can assure you that, as morbid as it sounds, on your deathbed, it is not the bank accounts that are bringing you joy, but it is the moments that you have lived, the experiences that you have lived. Pursuing your passion vigorously and relentlessly will bring you these moments. So, as we said in the beginning, your reason for being, what is it that you love doing? What are you good at? What does the world need? Pursue your passion vigorously and relentlessly, commitment and dedication, determination, and you will get these moments. And as you get them, bank them. And as you bank them, share them with people around you. Weave it into your conversations. So we should not measure success by our bank accounts, but rather by moments filled with joy and gratitude. Pursuing your passion vigorously and relentlessly will bring you those moments. I love that quote. The last quote for this afternoon is, gratitude can turn a negative into a positive. Gratitude can turn a negative into a positive. Now, find a way to be thankful for your troubles. Sounds weird, right? Find a way to be thankful for your troubles. In other words, look for the silver lining in your troubles. And these too can become your blessings. Think of it. Think back to a time when you were going through something that was troubling in your life. Think back to the blessings of that time. What was the silver lining for you? It's different for everybody because it's all a perception. These are the moments that are filled with joy and gratitude that we're talking about. So find a way to be thankful for your troubles, and they can become your blessings. That's a choice. And those are the three quotes that we have as we come to the end of our session. I always leave you with takeaways. And the first takeaway is active gratitude. Active gratitude is you choosing, is you seeking out things that you will be grateful for, as opposed to reacting. And your example is things happen in your life and you say thank you and you appreciate, the way I have done for the first 3 months in the year. I'm encouraging you now to be proactive and go forth and seek out these moments and make them happen in your life from a point of gratitude. The second takeaway is choose to appreciate the area of focus in your life. That area of focus, what is it? Could it be that it is about your career? Appreciate that area of focus in your life. Appreciate the people in that area of focus in your life, because your career, you're not an island in your career. There are people who are accompanying you in this career, whether they're accompanying, they're supplementing, they're providing. There are people in that area of focus. I would love for you to appreciate the opportunities in your area of focus. Remember, you're coming from a point of positivity, a point of happiness, no matter what the odds are. You're jumping into any situation and looking at the opportunities. You will always find what you're looking for. If you're looking for drama, you will find drama. If you're looking for bad things, you will find them. If you're looking for opportunities, you will also find them. Choose to look for opportunities. And the third takeaway, last but not least, is tell someone. Weave it into your conversation this December. We are going to be meeting up with friends and family. Tell someone what you're grateful for. You will hear yourself say it, and it will add more value in your life. So, number one, active gratitude. Number two, choose to appreciate that area and the people and the opportunities that comes up with. Tell someone, weave it into your conversations this December. These are your takeaways. If you would like to come onto camera right now and share a few things that you have experienced in life, I would be very happy to bring you on camera and just share with us. As I led in from the beginning, I am borrowing from Mart Pettit, business coach, where he says that an attitude of gratitude means creating a conscious mindset and habit to be thankful and express appreciation for every aspect of your life, both big and small. I see there's a comment here from Nancy. I appreciate the points of focus. You are my point opportunity. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And I feel fulfilled. I feel that I am able to share something that someone can walk away with. Because this has happened to me most of my life, where people have shared things that I have walked away with, that I have grown from. And hence my pursuit of being a life coach is that giving back. My life experiences, as I look at them, is me giving back. Thank you so much, Nancy, for participating. Next week, we go into episode 2. And it will be about the power of community. You know that tribe you belong to, the people around you, the people you surround yourself with, your inner circle. So next week, it'll be about that power of community for a sustainable attitude of gratitude. You do not want to miss that. In the meantime, remember to like our Facebook page, receive regular updates and these scheduled talks. I have all this information right there, even on my IG page, which is lucy.macridis. Visit our website because there we have updates. This particular week at the end, I have a special get-together event. I have partnered with Liquor House, and we are going to be looking at self-love and makeup. It's going to be about the beauty within. And the price is 1,500 shillings. Go onto my website, onto my Facebook page, and have a look at what we're doing this Saturday. We're going to be talking about self-love. And we are running from 11 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening. Liquor House is here in Hurlingham in Nairobi. You want to be part of it. You do not want to miss out. The payment details are there on the flyer. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and you will get to see all these women that I am saying thank you to in the first 3 months of this year. My YouTube channel is LMC Consultancy. Comment, share, hit the notification button for prompts on new videos. So let us help build one another through an attitude of gratitude. Until then, be kind to yourselves. Bye-bye.